From the studios of the Performance Motorsports Network, bringing you the fastest 60 minutes in racing. It's Burning Rubber Radio.
Burning rubber, baby.
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 Burning rubber, baby. Burning rubber, baby.
Now, here are your hosts.
I know what the prediction is. You don't even have to explain it. And here it is.
Burning rubber, baby.
Yeah, Burning Rubber, baby. It is. Welcome to Burning Rubber Radio. This place that we call a crazy house is packed with the best hosts in racing. We won't say NASCAR because we cover all types of racing. Thanks for hanging around with us. I'm Andy DeLay, and I am in shop here with the one and only Dirty Dan Smith. What up, buddy?
Oh, nothing much, man. Lawyers, doctors, I'm wore out today, Swami.
Yeah, all right, man, just take it easy. Take a deep breath, man. And, of course, over there holding that bottle of Evan Williams. Nice little plug for Evan Williams. Anyway, holding that bottle is Mr. Charles Robinson. How you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm doing fine. And, yes, I would like to thank my sponsor, Evan Williams, for helping me to, overcome adversity and move right on up through the ladder.
That's right. Thank you very much, that nice brown stuff. And, of course, we have the scholar herself, Little Miss Dangerous, Emily Gade. How are you doing, Emily?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm here and I'm ready to talk to you guys.
Yeah, that's right. And I know you've been studying, had a bunch going. We'll talk about that a little later in the show. And, of course, we cannot forget the one and only guy that looks like the Marlboro Man with the hangover, turning the dials. That's the one and only Bob Steele. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man, what's happening?
Oh, nothing much. Man, we're all ready for Burning Rubber Radio tonight. We got a bunch of cool stuff lined up. Got my buddy Scott Stenzel, NASCAR Camping World Truck Series driver, all lined up for tonight. And by the time y'all hear this, we have already practiced. That's right, we practiced Scott Stenzel in an open server on iRacing, which we'll talk about here in the next section on iRacing Moment. And let's see, man. Dan, I know you got someone.
Yeah, we brought Bad Beep, behind Greggy Oliver to the show this week. Oh, Lord. If you can only see what's going on over here in the background. Anyway, go ahead, Swami.
Anyway, that's funny, man. That's right. We got that. And we're going to talk to Jessica Green, who's won in the Florida Series, running that 16 truck for Coulter Motorsports. And, of course, big shout out to Bobby Dale Earnhardt, who is the ARCA Truck Series Rookie of the Year. So, folks, hang on. We'll be right back with more Burning Rubber after this. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your wait is over. Finally, hot rodding has come home to the hub of motorsports, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Redline Ryan.
And I'm the Tasman.
And we are Cruise Control Extreme. Cruise Control Extreme, Fridays at 7:30. Go to cruisecontroltv.com for a channel near you. Cruise Control Extreme, Charlotte's original hot rod show.
This is where it happens, where talent is tested, where five-time champion Jimmy Johnson claimed his titles, where determination took Tony Stewart from the back of the pack to center stage, where young Brad Keselowski became a household name, and it's where domination defines what you're called. Champ. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Championship Ford EcoBoost 400 November 17th. Call 866-409-RACE or go to HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com for tickets. See who gets called champ. Next.
Hi, my name is Brock Lynn. Join me and Ansel Brown Center Stage for one of our favorite charities, Children's Dream Racers in Troutman, North Carolina. We will be with car builders from Street Vision, showing off their favorite hot rod as well as race car drivers across the country. October 19th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go online to zootasticpark.com and pre-order your tickets today. You will not want to miss this.
Hey, did that guy just throw a taco wrapper out of his window and onto the track? Never mind. It's Burning Rubber Radio. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah, get back to Burning Rubber Radio. Order up the pizza, Mr. Bob Steele. We got this thing in second gear. And we're fixing to talk about our sponsor. That's iRacing.com. Thank you, iRacing.com, for sponsoring Burning Rubber Radio. And Dan, Charles, you know, tonight, which is going to be a few days ago for folks listening to this, we're going to be opening up a server. Burning Rubber Radio is on iRacing.com, and we are going to make sure that Scott Stenzel is going to be practiced up for that Mittler Brothers ride. You ready there, Mr. Dirty Dan?
Yeah, I am super excited about this. Like you said, by the time people hear this, it's already over and done. I am not racing tonight. I'm going to call the race, and we're going to record it, both video and audio, and post it over on the Burning Rubber Facebook page. So at this later date in the future that you all are listening to this, you can catch a link of it there on our YouTube channel. This is going to be exciting. I want to see what Mr. Milk does. Mr. Milk, you fired up for this?
Well, as speaking earlier, since I lost sponsorship a while ago, a.k.a. piece of crap Velociraptor hard drives, I'll be totally rebuilding my system again for the third time in a number of months. But, you know, I was on their iRacing a while ago, got a chance. Of course, I got my promotion.
Yay.
You know, I'm up Class D, and I already got my stuff ready to go on my oval. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm going to play some road course racing. And, of course, I've been, Lime Rock Park, doing some different things. But nothing ever gained. And I kept wondering, well, why is that? Well, you know, there's not really a guide on iRacing that says, hey, stupid, you got to click the other races to get you promoted. So I've been running my guts out on road courses, and it hasn't counted a bit. You know, all I've got to do is get handed to me by a bunch of foreigners, but that's beside the point. But, you know.
I had the hardest time getting promoted, Charles. I feel your pain, man.
Well, I got now, so, you know, I'm good to go now.
I'm up to Class C on the oval side of it, and I haven't raced in about a month. I'm itching to race, and I know iRacing needs us to get this Season 2 started, but Stenzel tonight, Swami, it looks like you may be the only one running tonight with Stenzel.
That's all right. I got an open server out there. This has to be a first, and we're not leaving you out, Emily. Real quick before I answer this, are you going to be there, even though you don't have a steering wheel?
I don't know. This is the first I've heard about it. You guys haven't been keeping me informed.
That's Dan's fault.
It's all over the BRR Facebook page, but you have valid excuses this week, Little Miss Dangerous. But you know what? There was a little birdie that told me Ems may be iRacing with us here in the next couple of weeks or so.
That's awesome. Anyway, I do believe we have to be the first radio show in history, I know we are, that is going to help prepare a real NASCAR Camping World Truck Series driver for their run at a racetrack. We're going to get out there, and I'm going to bump draft Scott Stenzel around and show him how us radio guys can be real, competitive and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I didn't say that.
Wrecking people. That's more like it. Especially Swami, at a big high-speed course. But you got to remember, folks, we did this in the past, too, because you got to remember we helped Joey Coulter at Salem Speedway, and we helped him at Kentucky.
That's right. And matter of fact, one of my first wins, Joey Coulter told me how to win the thing about using the throttle on the bump in turn 3, and I'll be darned if it didn't work. So anyway, folks, if you want to go iRacing and you are not already an iRacing customer, just get on the Burning Rubber Radio site, leave us a message on there. We'll get you iRacing. We'll get you 3 free months, get you out there, get you rubbing paint with the real guys you see on TV, just like Scott Stenzel and Joey Coulter and all the rest of them and everything. So, oh, Lord, Dan's over here. Say it, Ems.
I was just going to say, if all I hear about is Andy crashing people all the time, well, maybe that's what Scott needs. He got
Wow.
She learns quick, man. She learns quick, Swami.
Hey, Emily, there's one thing about it you got to understand. When you race with Andy, you get plenty practice in the pits.
Oh, my gosh. Now I know how it feels for these real drivers, man. Whenever they win all the time and they're just good, everyone's got to flame them. And here I am, getting flamed for my great driving and all of that stuff. But, hey, listen, you all, I got a Kentucky howdy for you. Look, right over here.
Yeah. Remember the Hoosier howdies, all right? There it is, double barrel, buddy.
I know your driving style, Andy. Trust me, it's not your style. It's your bumper.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what, my bumper's plenty big enough. Anyway, Lord, we'll leave that at that with the G-Rated Show. Listen, man, I'm looking forward to this, and keep an eye on the Burning Rubber Radio Facebook page so we can tell you how things happen with Scott Stenzel, who was running with the Mittler brothers. Oh, God Lord, the Mittler brothers at Talladega at the Truck Series race this weekend, and we're going to be following him. But I tell you what, right now, we're going to go take a break and get right back here and start talking to the drivers here on Burning Rubber Radio.
Shopping around for your racing gear, driving from store to store only to find they don't have what you want? Farner's Racing Collectibles on Black Gap Road in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania has it all. The hottest NASCAR, IRL, and NHRA diecast, t-shirts, jackets, flags, and more. Everything racing. Stop by or check out their website, www.farnersracing.com, or call 717-352-2782. You'll be surprised at the selection, prices, and friendly client service. UPS, FedEx, and USPS shipping available. Farners Racing Collectibles, www.farnersracing.com, or call 717-352-2787. Farners Racing Collectibles, where racing comes alive. Media sales professionals with agency experience. If you're frustrated with your current position, unrealistic quotas, and inept management, if you're a sales machine and you simply will not take no as an acceptable reply, if you're looking for a rapidly growing company with unlimited sales potential for commissions in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you're searching for a high-tech, forward-looking, laid-back, but extremely professional organization who appreciate your skills and dedication, we have your next opportunity. Scorpion Radio Group is building a sales team of self-starters who are motivated. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444 or email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. That's 717-749-0444 and ask for Sue. Ladies, become empowered with firearms training at Veritas Training Academy in Sarasota, Florida. Veritas will teach you what the bad guys don't want you to know. No prior firearms experience needed. Classes fill up quickly, so don't delay. 941-447-7089. That's 941-447-7089 for class dates and times. Veritas also offers firearm safety and concealed carry courses as well as private lessons to hone your firearm skills and provide you with all the information you need to stay compliant with the law. Veritas Training Academy, 941-447-7089. Or check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/trainveritas.
Guns, gas, and girls. It's Burning Rubber, baby. Now back to the show.
Yeah, we're back to Burning Rubber Radio. It's time to put this thing into high gear now. That's right. We're going to be talking to a very good friend of the show here and somebody that's going to be out at Talladega this weekend showing everyone around the track because we're going to help get them ready. That's right. We got Scott Stenzel on the line. How you doing tonight, Scott?
Hey, I'm doing great. How is everybody doing at Burning Rubber tonight?
Yeah, we're burning rubber, so we're happy. I don't know about Dan over there. It looks like he's turning blue choking on pizza. You all right, Dan?
I'm just fine, man. I'm fired up to watch Scott whoop your butts tonight on this iRacing deal.
Hey, Scott, you ready to do some iRacing tonight? Get you all ready? All the iRacing folks going to be in that Burning Rubber Radio iRacing session we got at 9 p.m. on Monday night. You ready?
That's cool, man. I'm ready. I'm ready more than you believe, man. It's going to be a good time. Are you guys ready?
Now, listen, I know I'm ready. I'll be pushing you around the track tonight, man. We're going to run up front. These two idiots that are sitting across from me, and that would be Charles Robinson and Dan Smith, say that I'm going to wreck you, man. I want you to trust the fact that I ain't going to turn you tonight, man.
Don't trust him, right, Scott.
I'll trust.
Hey, Scott, he was already talking about a big bumper, and it's got a lot of left side weight, so it's going to be leaning towards the driver's front left. So you might ought to watch that.
All right, I'll be seeing if he squares me up or not. If not, I'll let you and Dan get together and try it out. And I'll see how you guys do it, and then I'll make sure I steer clear of whatever carnage comes back at us.
Oh,
I'm telling you, he's worse than them Mod Light drivers down there at East Bay, Scott.
Oh, boy, those guys, man, they're bumping you at 20 miles an hour. They have no shame, just bump and move you.
Right.
Hey, Scott, real quick, man. We've been talking about iRacing before we talked to you here and about that, but tell us a little bit about the ride with the Mittler brothers this weekend here at at Talladega, man. Tell us all about it. We're real excited.
Oh, it's a great program. You know, we're all about redemption. We went into Daytona. We thought we had plans for everything, and everything in the kitchen sink we threw at that truck, and we still couldn't get it to qualify in. So, you know, you plan ahead, you do a lot. It's all about pre-planning and working hard in the race shop, and we've got some of the best people out there, and a lot of them are volunteers. So everybody's putting their best foot forward, and we're coming back to Talladega with a better package. We got Roush Yates Power under the hood. We got a great crew chief. John Munson's going to be helping us out, along with Mike Mittler. He ran into a conflict where he's coming in Saturday to help us instead of being there Friday. And then I got my eyes and ears upstairs. Greg Biffle's spotter from the Roush clan over there. His name's Joel Edmonds. So he's going to be helping steer clear there and help me go to the front or staying back and stay out of trouble. We'll kind of figure out as the race goes on. But it's a great opportunity to kind of brush off all those gremlins we faced at Daytona and redeem this program.
Cool. Are you still working on the next gen motorsports deal, the Yellow Stripes?
Yeah, we still are promoting Making the Driver. It's actually a TV series. We've gotten a lot of network people actually interested in it. I can't really tell you which networks, but we actually are in talks with 2 major networks right now, and we're going to continue that on the truck at Talladega this week. So it's neat. If everything comes about, it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for young drivers to make their way and make their name in the sport. So we're just trying to make sure everybody's happy and everybody's moving forward. So it's kind of cool. You can check it out, makingthedriver.com, see the latest videos up there as well.
That is real cool stuff, and we've been following you all season, Scott. And talking about season, we wouldn't be a radio show worth our salt if we didn't say, well, what's going on next season?
You know, that's a great question. I've got my feelers out there. I've been talking to a few nationwide teams, and we're looking at making that next big step. So I'm not sure if it's going to come at Daytona as of yet. However, it is a good possibility. So, you know, that's the next step that all drivers take. Naturally, you go, you know, truck, nationwide, cup, and we're hoping to make that next transition very smooth and work with the good teams. So.
Well, Scott, I got to ask you this too, though. Of course, everybody used to expect the normal progression is, you know, trucks, you know, it's the rookie series, you know, it's moving up to nationwide and cup. But now, do you honestly think after being in the truck, more fun, more exciting, probably the best series that's out there, do you think that's actually a step up or maybe even a step backwards?
You know, that's a great question. I honestly think that the trucks are probably the funnest thing I've ever driven, only because you can really wheel those things into a corner, and you almost don't even need to lift 9 times out of 10, and the other times you just hope it's 6. So that kind of racing is pretty fun. And when I raced in ARCA, you didn't get a lot of that, where you still had to drive the car. Now, granted, driving the car is a great bit of fun, but when you can be side by side and you're on the verge of wiping out every lap, you know, that goes to show you that's pretty neat stuff. And that's why we as drivers crave to do this. We want to feel that excitement. We want to push those vehicles to the next nth degree. And nationwide, you know, I've never raced in one. I don't know if it's really a step back or a step forward, but you know, the natural progression, that's where a lot more people pay attention to the feeder system into cups. So we got to make that step, and we got to go into it as positive as we can, and know that that's what NASCAR wants us to do. So we have to follow the rules, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Now, you said that you were going with some Roush Yates Power this weekend, and I know you've run some Chevy stuff in the past. What's the biggest difference between the two?
Well, I've actually had my best finish in Ford at super speedways. So I've had a long-lasting relationship with Doug Yates, and everybody over there has treated me very well, including Jeff Clark and Nick Rainey along my career. So, you know, as far as putting a real good speedway package together, I think they've got a lot of it figured out. And the Mittler brothers have historically been Ford. So we did play a little bit in the Chevy field. We we introduced the Chevy back in Kansas a year ago with Mittler Brothers. It's a great piece, a lot of good people behind it. However, the Mittler Brothers organization started racing Fords, so it's kind of like we're going back to our roots and doing what we love. And Mike has always had Ford equipment all around, so the Roush Yates people came in and took one of our motors and freshened it up real nice for us. So we really appreciate them doing that for us.
Yeah. Are you kind of a big track kind of guy, or do you like the smaller tracks better?
Each track is unique, and you hear every driver say that. But honestly, they are. And each track is a different source of mentality and a different way you race. So I'm more like a chess player. I love the super speedway game because if you can outthink and outsmart the other driver in their same environment, I think that's a victory. Where on a short track, you don't necessarily have to outsmart someone. You can kind of bump around and beat someone out of the way. Now, that's a different mentality, and that takes a lot more physical attrition. And, I'm getting up there in age, so I've been putting on a little bit of weight. So I don't know if I can beat the doors around with Kyle Larson and all those kids, but heck, I can sure put on a good show.
And that's what it's all about too, Scott. We talk about the truck series and stuff, and what a great, awesome, spectacular show it is. It's so much better than the the Sprint Cup. But I tell you what, Scott, you're going to get some practice tonight. Of course, Swami's going to put a lot of that big bumper on you. Of course, like I said, left side weight too. But there's 3 famous words you got to do. Now, of course, we've stalked you. Interviewed you enough that you should be able to figure out what those 3 famous words are. Now, you got to yell it and make sure the neighbors hear it too while you're at it.
Well, I hope they don't have their windows open because we got to yell through those windows and through and over the top of all their burning rubber, baby! Woo!
Yeah! There it is, folks. Scott Stenzel on Burning Rubber Radio and the next, champ of the Burning Rubber Radio iRacing series. Folks, we're going to step out. We're going to pay a few bills, and we'll be right back.
Thanks, Scott. Everyone has a cell phone, and everyone pays for cell service, right? Wrong. Life Mobile offers you a way to get free, unlimited calling, text, and internet with up to and including 4G speeds through your favorite carrier, FREE. That's free forever. With Life Mobile, when you refer 3 of your friends, your service becomes free. Help your friends get 3 and theirs becomes free. Hurry on over to the number 3, makeitfree.com. That's 3makeitfree.com. Learn how easy it is to never see a cell phone bill again. Go to www.3makeitfree.com and get started now. That's 3makeitfree.com. Life Mobile. Life made easy.
Shopping around for your racing gear, driving from store to store only to find they don't have what you want? Barter's Racing Collectibles on Black Gap Road in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania has it all. The hottest NASCAR, IRL, and NHRA diecasts, t-shirts, jackets, flags, and more. Everything racing. Stop by or check out their website, www.farnersracing.com, or call 717-352-2782. You'll be surprised at the selection, prices, and friendly client service. UPS, FedEx, and USPS shipping available. Farners Racing Collectibles. www.farnersracing.com or call 717-352-2787. Farners Racing Collectibles, where racing comes alive.
Green, green, green. Pedal to the metal, baby. Let's get back to Burning Rubber Radio.
Oh, we're definitely back, folks. And I tell you what, people don't realize that we've got this nice buffet over here at Scorpion Radio Group, and Performance Motorsports Network provides the bomb. You ought to see these guys with their little bibs, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of creepy when you look at Andy and Dan. It's just
Wait a second before we get going with this next interview. What's creepy? A dude sitting over here that's got a bald head with locks of blonde down to his waist that are braided. Now that's creepy. Anyway, Dan, what do you got, buddy?
I got a bad, and I'm going to go ahead and beat myself, Bob, so you can take your finger off the button. A bad beat driver out of Jackson, Ohio, and Mr. Greggy Oliver. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good, buddy. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. We're sitting here in the studio with Swami Andy DeLay, Charles Mr. Milk Robinson, Emily Little Miss Dangerous Guy, and I won't even tell you about that dude behind the controls, man. He's busy just trying not to shock himself. But at any rate, man, you stomped their butts over at Atomic Saturday night. But I guess we need to back up and let everybody know who you are. So tell me who you are, what kind of cars you racing, where you from, buddy.
Gotcha. My name's Greg Oliver. I run late model division out here in Ohio. I'm from Jackson, Ohio. That's about it.
That's about it. I love it, man. He's so humble.
I'm a simple man.
You are a simple man. We was talking about technicalities about an hour before we done the show, and you're a lot like I am, man. I got to have somebody press the buttons for me. But you're running a late model, a super, what we call super or open motor late model over in Jackson, Ohio area. Everybody knows that when you pull into the pitch, you're the guy to beat. And, you know, what is it like, man? You had a dream season last year, and you've kind of had some struggles this year. So tell me a little bit about what's going on this year, but tell me about the highlights from last year.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, last year was like ideal because I'd raced for several years for other people, and then I kind of wanted to kind of go back on my own, do my own thing, kind of from my garage, and kind of slow down a little bit, race when I wanted to race because I had to work a lot, and I just raced for the fun of it. So, you know, going out my first year last year and I had an awesome year. We won a bunch of races, won good races, races I've always wanted to win. And then this year we got the first race and blow motor, and I kind of put an end to that. So that's my year this year. So we just got a motor back about 3 weeks ago, so I got to race, you know, just very, very, very sparingly this year.
Now, okay, we're going to jump in. I know Little Miss Dangerous Ems is jumping over. She's got some questions for you, but I want to jump back to. I want to give a big shout out to Street Stock Girl over there in Chillicothe, Ohio, who's posting these videos on YouTube at Atomic. She's doing an awesome job. But I was watching that video at like 4:30 this morning, and you were committed up top at Atomic Speedway, and you started what 8th, 9th, 10th in that race, and. You caught a caution, and then you took it low, man. I wasn't going to say anything about you hitting the wall and maybe doing adjustments on the car, man, but tell me about the high line versus low line over there at Atomic, Greggy.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that track has a lot of banking to it, so it seems like in your head you're going so much faster when you're running the top, which I mean, as far as speed-wise, I know you are, but you're just the distance is there. So I have it in my head, you know, I want to go faster and faster, so I just feel like I need to be at the top. And then after I tore the wall down or tried to, which it's concrete and it did not move, I figured I might want to try something else. And when I moved down, the car was even better. So, you know, then obviously from there it worked out pretty good.
Man, you just checked out on him. You ended up winning by like 3/4 of a track, man. I mean, it was just huge the way we checked out. And you and I have talked before in the past about a tight setup, loose setup, dry slick, and all that. And that's usually what I like to talk with the dirt guests about. So tell me your preferences and what you like to do. I already know the answers, man, but tell the fans out there what you like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think we even talked to you. It must be the number thing, maybe. I don't know, right? But
I wasn't going to bring that up, man. You put a U on that car, I'm going to have to tape you up and get it in it. Greggy.
There you go. But as far as me, I guess, I'm not, I like, a lot of guys like a freer car with momentum and you're a lot smoother. And me, I guess I'm not there, or I just like to be on the gas more. So anything, I like my car to be a lot tighter. It seems like you can, if your car's tight and you want to be able to adjust, you move your brake bias, and you know you can drive it hard and sling it or whatever you need to do, and still have that traction compared to a more smooth type of driver that I'm not.
Greg, I'm from Iowa, and I'm in the heart of late model and modified country, and I moved out to Ohio around Lima to go to college here, and all I see out here are sprint cars. Now, I know Atomic races late models. Do you race anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, like, we're very lucky for the area that I live in, because this is, like, for us, this is the late model area Southern Ohio is, so we have, within an hour, I mean, I probably have 6 or 8 racetracks that I can race on about any given weekend. And a lot of those tracks bring in some good... Huh?
I need to move over your way, I guess.
Yeah, move our way, exactly. But, yeah, I mean, there's some really good races. Like Portsmouth's paying the Dirt Track World Championships this weekend, $50,000 win. It's 45 minutes from my house. So.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, I feel like every track are just all about sprint cars. So I need to come watch you race, I guess.
Yeah, come on out.
Now, Greggy, you mentioned the Dirt Track World Championships down at Portsmouth this weekend, big $50,000 to win. You're no stranger to that track, and you run strong there. There's going to be a lot of good cars there. And we'll talk about your budget here in a few and get your sponsors out. But what are you thinking going into this weekend with that big race over there?
To be honest with you, when you like for the level that I race at and the budget that I race on, racing with them guys is like a whole new level. I mean, like, you know, they're only a tenth or two better than us, you know, for the better equipment they got, but them 2/10 make so much. When you got 90 or 100 cars, you know, it's just so hard, and everybody qualifies within, you know, a half a second of each other for 90 cars. It just takes a lot of luck, and, you know, besides the fact, you know, good equipment and all that comes into play, so.
Now, where do you feel like you're losing that tenth or two to them at? Is it horsepower on the big straightaways there?
Yeah,
I mean, we know you get through the corners good.
Well, I mean, there's I think, you know, obviously motor, you know, money can buy speed, but, you know, then it gets into, a lot of it is just, you know, you get into click when you race with a lot of them guys. They race together every year, you know, all the time. You know, like, we go to the racetrack and we try to tighten our car up or whatever, and they just, where they all travel and work together all the time, that they beat off each other to make their cars better. So a lot of times when you go to a place, they're already better. You know what I mean? They just know what to do.
Now, what are you expecting at Portsmouth? You expecting it to go dry slick? Like we always, you expecting rubbered up track? What do you usually find in these Dirt Track World Championship races?
Well, it seems like Portsmouth's always known as a get up on the wheel kind of racetrack. Anytime you get 100 cars, it's hard for a dirt to stay good forever. So generally, I mean, it seems like, you know, it's a 2-day race, and then the Friday night seems to be really, really well. The track's got a lot, but once you get so many laps on it, the track just cannot hold anymore, and they generally slick up by the time features start.
Now, we talked a little bit about the low budget, and I really want to get that out there, Greggy. You know, the accomplishments that you have and the talent level that you're at with the money involved. You have a ton of good sponsors / help product sponsors and stuff, and like you and I talked, we're going to get you into the Shell Shock family and things like that. But what is it like? You know, you made a comment to me one time that you got one of everything to get you through the season, and everybody else, you know, that you're running against has 2 or 3 or whatever. What do you find that you're having to do to get through the season? Like this year, you had some bad luck, lost a motor, thought your season was over. Who's helping you out, and who's making this happen, and what's the biggest obstacle that you're having to overcome like that?
Well, I mean, obviously the single most obstacle is the money part of it. You know, I've got a lot of local people that try to help me out, and I really appreciate everything they do for me. It's just our sport, in order to be competitive, has just went, you know, our motors have went, since I've been racing, have went just, you know, when Roush Yates and all them got involved in the dirt late model, it sounded good for everybody big, you know, the high budget guys, but it killed the local guys, you know, and now motors are $40,000 when we was paying $20,000, you know, and if you want to get those 2/10, it's going to cost you, you know, $20,000, and if, you know, if that's where that's at, you know. So for a guy like me who's one motor and the motor goes down, you're done, you know, because you're not going to go out $40,000 again. So.
Speaking of numbers, do you want to name off all your sponsors that help you pay your bills?
Sure. I got for many years, I actually got my company I work for, which is Wagner Tool Rental. They've always helped me out. I got Carmen's Used Cars, Tim Haddle Trucking. The guy, there's a local guy that actually does my motors for me and does a really good job. His name's Doc Moss. He does a really good job with our motor program. There's another, I work in construction, so a lot of them are construction guys, but I got Baps Construction. They help me out a lot. There's just, and then I have a lot of friends, I mean, that, you know, that come by, and if they can do anything for me, they do. So, I mean, anybody that helps me, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no kidding. The sponsors are a huge part of any low-budget racer's race plan. All right, now, before you leave here, Greg, we need to hear the 3 most important words in racing, and that is burning rubber, baby. So let's hear it before you can leave.
All righty, burn some rubber, baby.
There you go.
Woo! Chef John Dix joins us with the coolest, hippest, bestest, most deliciousest, and all the other ist recipes you could possibly have. John, what do you got for us?
Hey, Bob. Yeah, I like all those ist. tonight we have a Mexican meatloaf muffins, something we've done before, Bob, and it's very popular, one of my favorites.
Well, let's do it, my friend. I remember the last time you made them, and they were gone just like that. So let's let everybody know how to make them this time.
Okay. Guys, we're going to start with 3 pounds of lean ground beef, 1 can of evaporated milk, 2 large eggs, half a cup of ketchup, 2 cups of quick-cooked oats, say that quick 10 times, 2 packs of taco seasoning mix, 1 tablespoon of ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of dry parsley. That's optional. I like it in there. And get some shredded lettuce and shredded cheddar cheese and chopped tomatoes. And what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to take a muffin pan, and we're going to put the little paper muffin in the pan, and we're going to preheat the oven at 350. We're going to take the ground beef, evaporated milk, eggs, ketchup, quick oats, the taco seasoning, the black pepper, and the parsley in a large bowl, and we're going to mix it together. Then what you want to do is you want to divide the meat mixture into the ungreased muffin cups and just round off the top slightly. You're going to bake them for 25 to 30 minutes or until there's no peak in the middle, and let them cool for about 5 minutes before moving from the cups. Now, what I like to do, Bob, is I like to serve them over the lettuce, cheese, and tomatoes, and I tell you what, that's good. Now, what you can do sometimes, folks, is you can take about half of them and freeze them, but wrap them up real good, and you can serve them later, and those things are really good. They're called Mexican meatloaf muffins, and they actually look like little muffins when you serve them, Bob.
My friend, if you have any left over, you've got the wrong crowd of people hanging out with you.
Well, if Andy and I get there first, there usually isn't any leftovers. So.
If Andy and you get anywheres first, there are no leftovers. Sometimes there's not enough for everybody else. But I tell you what, my friend, that sounds absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see how these things turned out the next time we get together and have you cook for us at one of the races. So, John, who are you cooking for this weekend?
Well, Bob, we're cooking for a Stewart Haas race team. I'm bringing them some barbecue, and ran into Ron Hornaday yesterday, and Ron told me he was jealous, so he made me promise him to bring his truck team some Saturday. So I'm gonna bring up some barbecue for Ron and for Stewart Haas for Sunday.
Wow, man, you are the barbecue king, and I tell you, if you haven't had any of John's barbecue, all the guys back here just drooling, and M's even drooling a little bit, you need to stop by one of those teams and pick up a bit of John's barbecue. And, of course, we can't let you go without those 3 famous words, my friend.
Burning rubber, baby.
We are talking with Chef John Dix, the Burning Rubber official, coolest, bestestest, most wonderfulest, neatest, and all the other is chef here. I'm Bob Steele. We'll be back with more Burning Rubber Radio right after this. The guys are dying back here, John.
Are you a business owner in the Tampa Bay, Florida area? If so, you are invited to the Rooters Networking Group. Check out our website at rootersclub.com and join a group of business professionals like yourself that do business with each other. There are no dues and only one rule, and that's to have some fun. So check out rootersclub.com for a group luncheon near you.
Shopping around for your racing gear, driving from store to store only to find they don't have what you want? Farner's Racing Collectibles on Black Gap Road in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania has it all. The hottest NASCAR, IRL, and NHRA diecast, T-shirts, jackets, flags, and more. Everything racing. Stop by or check out their website, www.farnersracing.com, or call 717-352-2782. You'll be surprised at the selection, prices, and friendly client service. UPS, FedEx, and USPS shipping available. Farners Racing Collectibles. www.farnersracing.com or call 717-352-2787. Farners Racing Collectibles, where racing comes alive. We're growing like crazy and need account reps who know their way around agencies, the internet, and social media. Got connections? Or do you know how to get to the decision makers? Are you fearless? We need you. Internet radio, or as we call it, wireless mobile radio, is rapidly becoming the place to be, with almost limitless income potential. So contact us to get involved with the fastest growing professionally produced group of internet radio stations in the world. Your imagination is the only limit here. Call 717-749-0444. That's 717-749-0444. Or you can email us at scorpionradiogroup@gmail.com. You want to ask for Sue. Ladies, become empowered with firearms training at Veritas Training Academy in Sarasota, Florida. Veritas will teach you what the bad guys don't want you to know. No prior firearms experience needed. Classes fill up quickly, so don't delay. 941-447-7089. That's 941-447-7089 for class dates and times. Veritas also offers firearm safety and concealed carry courses as well as private lessons to hone your firearm skills and provide you with all the information you need to stay compliant with the law. Veritas Training Academy, 941-447-7089. Or check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/trainveritas.
You're listening to Burning Rubber Radio. And now back to the iRacing God, well, at least in his own mind, Andy DeLay and his cast of crazies.
Oh, my God, the iRacing God, man. That is not me, even though I will turn your ass into the fence. Welcome back to Burning Rubber Radio. I'm Andy DeLay with the cast of crazies here. We're into the next part of the show here. Usually we sit around on a round table and yip-yap about this, that, and the other, but we're going to talk to a few folks that have done some outstanding stuff this year, and one of them is a friend of the show by the name of Jessica Green, and I heard that she run in that number 16 down in Florida again.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Woohoo! We're doing good. How about you? I hear that you're like winner chicken dinner.
Oh, yeah. I love me some chicken dinner, let me tell you. We've been running a pretty good season this year. Definitely a big turnaround from last season with, leading races and breaking stuff all the time. So,
I got to say out there, you're my favorite NASCAR girlfriend.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, boy, now you're going to get our asses kicked by Joey Coulter.
No, Joey will smile and go on about it. That's okay. But, hey, Jessica, let the listeners out there know, of course, we've got a lot of rookie stripers. I say that every week. But let a lot of drivers know what kind of truck you're driving, what kind of requirements you got going on, where you race, kind of the tracks, things like that.
I race in the Florida United Pro Truck Series down in the state of Florida. Basically, it's kind of like a glorified street stock, as I call it. If anyone's familiar with like the super trucks up in North Carolina, we're pretty similar. We just have different engine package, and we run a stock Monte Carlo front clip. So we're a little bit old school with everything. And we basically just run at Arbondale Speedway, Citrus County Speedway. We've been to Bronson Speedway, pretty much just all around the state of Florida. Next year, I don't know what the series is doing. Everything's still kind of up in the air, but those are pretty much the main tracks that we've been running at.
Well, now talking about maybe, knowing what's going on next year, do you think maybe that, they might change the rules a little bit, maybe different tracks? What do you think's going on?
I really think that we will probably lose a few tracks, and the series has seemed to be kind of going downhill with just the popularity of getting the trucks and drivers back out. People have seemed to be venturing off on different routes, different paths. A lot of people are, moving up to like late models and things like that. So I really don't know what they're going to do, and if we change some rules. I wish we could convert our truck to a super truck and come up here to North Carolina and run with those guys. But it's just too much to convert it over.
Yeah, and of course, that's the difference between a lot of the series. We talked to a lot of different drivers. They talk about, I got to change this part of the motor, or we can't run this kind of suspension or something like that. How difficult does that make it, though, to switch it around and do different things?
It's really hard for us as drivers and team owners and things like that, because you want to go and support all the different series. You want to go support all of your local tracks, and you just can't, whether it's, you can't run these shocks, or you can't run this motor, you can't run this tire. So to me, if all the tracks and series could get together that run the same, like, the trucks down in Florida, or the super late models. I know, like, the past series, they convert really well with the late models that we run down in Florida. So if people could just get together and try to come up with some general rules and get them really similar to everything, I think that'd make it easier on us and for them because they're going to get a bigger car count and, more of a fan base.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jessica, we was very happy to hear that you got your second win. Of course, Joey had to tell us, you couldn't let us know about that. You couldn't post that on Facebook, but of course, I know how Joey is on Facebook. We done know that. We've ironed that out at Rockingham, okay? But anyways, congratulations on getting that win. And I tell you what, honey, you're, like I said, you're one of our favorites. Every time we come to the track, we're looking for you. And, of course, we're looking for Mom and Dad, too. They're hanging out around somewhere. But you know what you got to do, honey? You got to yell them famous words and make sure you wake Joey up off the couch.
Burning rubber, baby.
Woo! There it is, folks.
We got somebody on the line here that just made the ARCA Truck Series Rookie of the Year, Mr. Bobby Dale Earnhardt. Are you with us, BD?
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, man. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I see your last race there. You had some mechanical problems, but, brother, I seen you standing there next to that little sign that said 2013 ARCA Truck Series Rookie of the Year. How are you feeling about that?
Freaking awesome. I honestly don't think it's really set in yet, so I'm waiting for it to really hit me. I think about come banquet time, it's gonna really hit me then. Yeah, this year has been a fun year for me. A lot of learning experiences and running with a great crew. I mean, a bunch of guys in the ARCA Truck Series, and this has just been an all around awesome year. A good learning experience for me, and kind of sucked coming that last race and have battery problems, but because we had a pretty fast truck there this time, and honestly think I could have been up front running with the front guys. Things happen, and we'll come out there with Rookie of the Year. I'll take that instead.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I do believe I read where you just come an ace from winning your heat race, didn't you?
Yep. Again, this is the second time. That same thing happened to me at Kentucky. That same thing happened at Lake County. That happened to me at Kentucky. Although I led every lap, and me and Sean Zepp battled it out for about 3 or 4 laps side by side, and he come on the outside of me and drove around me to the line and beat me by like a foot or so. So that was kind of sucked. Oh well.
I tell you what, man, I'm all excited. You went out there your first season in the stock cars, for real, really, as far as a full season stock car series goes, and you won Rookie of the Year, man. What's going on with Bobby Dale Earnhardt next year? Back in the trucks? Where are you going?
Well, right now we're looking for some sponsors to go and run the NASCAR K&N Series next year, but and back to the ARCA Truck Series and run some truck races if we have time and money to go and do that. But our main goal is to try and get the K&N Series, run a full season there next year, and go for the Rookie of the Year in it too. But if we don't get enough sponsors to run that, we're going to go back and run the ARCA Truck Series because that's such a good series to go run. And those guys are just so awesome. And every one of them asked if I was coming back and said they'd love to have me back and running against me because a couple of them say I'm a Class Act guy. But I don't know about
you
that.
are. Now, Bobby, starting off, congratulations on the Rookie of the Year in the ARCA Truck Series. But you started out running some dirt late model races earlier this year, and now you're on pavement. So are we going to see you back on dirt, or are you going to stick with the pavement stuff now?
Well, if I go back on dirt, that's fun, and of course get some learning experience there too. But main thing is we're focusing on our asphalt stuff, trying to work our way up to the Nationwide Series and the Cup Series eventually. So,
oh yeah.
I mean,
anyway, Dan, you got something else?
No, I was just waiting on you to take it over. Bobby, who's helping you out this year in the ARCA trucks and paying the bills and things like that, man? Shout out time, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got to thank everybody who helped me out this year. Y'all, Burning Rubber Radio, on the show Mondays to talk about my racing and help promote me. I mean, y'all are awesome, and y'all been with me from the very beginning, and I can't thank y'all enough. I got all-in-one pawn shop, driving shop. I've got my Team Wilson with Wilson Motorsports. If it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't have trucks to come to the races with, and my manager, Chevelle Simmons. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be getting to the races, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, really.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
and
her
of course,
big time.
Yeah.
Bob Dale, we've hit that end of the show where you got to give us those 3 magic words, man. We got to get you on here in a bigger time slot. That's a fact. So let's hear them, brother.
Rubber, baby.
That's right. Rubber, baby. Man, I'll tell you what, Swami, you are just swamping us tonight. I guess we have Miss Ray Ann Plumley on the phone with us now.
Folks may know her from Facebook. She has every driver in the Camping World Truck Series, I swear she does, tattooed on her body. Are you there with us, Ray Ann?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good evening, Ray Ann, and welcome again to Burning Rubber Radio. I really quick wanted to bring you on board. Of course, you kind of went and kind of helped sponsored us, getting us down to Homestead, Miami, so we can bring you the championship weekend down there. I wanted you to tell folks a little bit about what you are doing and about your charity.
I have been battling bone cancer since 2005. And this year kind of made a turn to where it went it's cancer they've never seen before. So I ended up getting a tattoo, imagine that, of the bone cancer tattoo, and it has a dragonfly flying through it. And I was trying to find a way to help not only myself, but other people battling this disease. So I was looking at my tattoo one day, and all of a sudden Justin Lofton tweeted, hey, we could turn anything into a decal, and Dragonflies for Hope was created, strictly from that. So we're selling T-shirts, $25 a piece, about $12.50 a shirt goes straight to the Bone Cancer Research Center down in Hollywood. It's taken my case of trying to find a treatment for me because right now I don't have one.
Oh. Charles, what do you got here?
Well, of course, I want to let you know that there's other.
It's called a giant cell. It's called a giant cell tumor, but it's also mixed with a protein cancer tumor that they have never. Actually, I'm the second person ever that's ever had it, ever.
And that's one of the things we see about cancer too. And of course, a lot of the folks out there may not know, and they may do know, I'm a cancer survivor myself. I just went through, a year and a half ago, I had of course, nothing like bone cancer, nothing like that. It was easily treatable, but I did go through it. How do you approach every day with this? I mean, are you out there looking for, experimental cures, or doctors telling you, let's try this, let's try that? And what kind of advice can you give to others?
We're working on an experimental one right now that actually I go back up to Vegas on Halloween to see if we can go forward with it. How I make it every day, God, my husband is number one. Without him, I wouldn't be anywhere.
Yeah, amen to that, man.
Amen.
Family is where it's at.
And then my boys, of course, Brendan, Todd, and Justin are all buddies of mine, and they're always checking on me, keeping me going, and telling me don't give up. And that's all you got to do. You got to have the people around you.
You got to have the support. You got to have the people around you, because I understand that.
Yep.
Rayanne, you're going to be debuting on Burning Rubber Press tomorrow. Of course, this is after people. It'll be there before people hear this show, but you're going to be doing a debut article, and I had a chance to read that today. What's your thoughts on that article, and how excited are you about that?
I'm pretty excited about it. It was hard to write because it's so emotional for our family. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I had my husband read it, and he couldn't finish it because it upset him, because it's different to live through it and then to actually read it after it's been wrote. You kind of realize how much you went through. And believe it or not, that article is only the tip of the iceberg of what we were going through at the time. My son also had parathyroid cancer in 2005.
Oh.
My husband, that's 2008, of course, our house burnt down that year as well. And one of our sons was killed in 2011.
Oh, my gosh.
So not only this, but his mom has been dealing with breast cancer the whole time, which has now moved to her bones, and she's getting to the end of her battle now. So this is all, I could write a book probably, but what you guys got was basically my part of it. That isn't the rest of our whole story. So I don't know how to explain it. It's just been a real tough road, so it was hard for me to write it. But other people need to know, don't give up. Just
Exactly.
Don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep the people around you, and always I have no problem with all the people that are around me all the time. I'm always telling them how much I appreciate everything that they do for me. Everything. And it's all you can do.
Definitely. Rayanne, Burning Rubber Radio, we're behind you all the way. And thank you for being a contributor to the BurningRubberPress.com too. Folks, go there and check out her article. And then also thank you and what you're doing for helping support us at Homestead. Folks, we got to get out of here and take a break. And we will be right back with more Burning Rubber Radio.
Tincher Williams Chevrolet Buick GMC is your Lexington, Kentucky and Corbin Chevy Buick and GMC authority. From pre-owned to the newest models, Tincher Williams is the only place to shop in the Lexington area. Check out their website for your next new or pre-owned vehicle, www.tincherwilliamschevrolet.com. All of the full-line inventory of in-stock and on-order Buicks, GMC trucks, and Chevrolets are right there online. Plus, you can check out what's hot at Tincher Williams on the homepage. Schedule your service appointment. Browse the inventory. Look for Tincher Williams specials. Check out your financing options. See what GM incentives are being offered for your vehicle. You can even shop for new tires at their convenient online tire store and get directions from wherever you are right there. It's all online at www.tincherwilliamschevrolet.com. That's Tincher Williams Chevrolet Buick GMC, located in London, Kentucky, your Lexington and Corbin Chevy Buick and GMC authority. Tired of shopping around for your racing gear? Driving from store to store only to find they don't have what you want? Farner's Racing Collectibles on Route 997 in Scotland, Pennsylvania has it all. The hottest NASCAR, IRL, and NHRA diecasts, t-shirts, jackets, flags, and a whole lot more. Everything racing. Stop by or check out their website, www.farnersracing.com. You'll be surprised at the selection, prices, and friendly client service. UPS, FedEx, and USPS shipping available. Farners Racing Collectibles, where racing comes alive.
These guys only shut up when their mouths are full of food, which means there's a lot of silence during the commercials. Here's more Burning Rubber.
Hey, BRR Nation, here we are. We're back, and we've unfortunately reached that time of the show where we got to shut up, man, and that's not an easy thing to do. I thoroughly enjoy talking to these guests, and I thoroughly enjoy my time here with my co-hosts. What an emotional show, but yet what a good show all at the same time. What do you think, Swami?
I totally agree. And Rayanne Plumley, Burning Rubber Radio, is behind you and your family 100%, folks. You can definitely got to go check out her article on the burningrubberpress.com. And, of course, we're always going to keep up with Rayanne. We've had her on before because she's got tattoos of Justin Lofton and you name it on her. It's just awesome stuff. So she's not only a race fan, she is part of the show now. And Charles, man, I'm just glad that you beat that stuff, brother, because you scared the shit out of, that was a beat, by the way, out of me and Dan. You know that, right?
Well, I know that, and guys, and I tell you what, like I said, my cancer wasn't as serious as what a lot of others go through, but it was still serious. You know, it still affects my voice. You know, I still have to take medication, you know, every day of my life to replace hormones in my body. You know, I don't have the same metabolism. There's lots of things to it. Anytime you've got that in your body, and I'm telling you, it's bad. Okay, it's took me almost 2 years to recover from it, and I'm still recovering. You know, I get stressed, I lose my voice. You know, I get, you know, winded, you know, for no reason. You know, and I mean, it's just different. And I tell you what, folks, if you can donate, you know, whether it be money, time, whatever, to anything to do with cancer research, you know, anything to help a cancer victim, you know, get out and walk, do something, you know, because folks, this is a problem and the doctors can't figure out how to fix it. You know, they can't do nothing. You know, I've lost a neighbor and a friend do it. You know, we've talked about Ricky Byers in the past. You know, he's had problems with it and still keeps battling it every day. You know, so it's a problem. And the more awareness we raise to it, the better off we are.
Amen to that, Charles. I'm just glad that you beat this thing and it's gone. But hey, listen, folks, thank you for being with us here on Burning Rubber Radio. We hope you've enjoyed the show. And as always, we will keep you up to date on what's going on in the Camping World Truck Series and grassroots racing. So, folks, listen, until next week, this is Andy DeLay, Dirty Dan Smith, Charles Robinson, and Little Miss Dangerous Emily Gade, and Battlin' Bob Steele saying, Burning Rubber, baby!
Burning Rubber Radio is a copyrighted production of the Performance Motorsports Network.com, a division of the Scorpion Radio Group Incorporated. This program may not be rebroadcast, replicated, or saved in any media without the explicit permission of PMN. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/burning-rubber-radio, or go to the Performance Motorsports Network.com website and look for our landing page there. The opinions expressed on this program are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the management and ownership of either the Performance Motorsports Network or the Scorpion Radio Group, or those of our advertisers and marketing partners. Be listening next week as we munch through 4 or 5 large pizzas, half the salad bar, and at least a case of chilled adult beverages.
Hey there!
Huh?
What about the guests and the motorsports coverage and all the other cool stuff they do?
Oh, yeah, well.
Now, come on now.
And they do one hell of a show.
Okay.
For Burning Rubber Radio, I'm Cougar Michael.
Burning rubber, baby!